Check, check. I was gonna cut that tease in the 4, and then I got sidetracked. Then I was gonna go get back to cutting it, and then I saw it was attached, and then the video was just.
Was it messed up?
Jamie, mic check.
Mic check 1 2 3. Mic check 1 2.
Can you hear them?
No, I'm on what IP? Spare 1. It was working fine. I could hear the show earlier.
Can you hear her? Michael? She can't hear you.
Mic check 1 2 3. It was working fine outside.
Yeah. She said it was working fine outside.
Somewhere around a minute. Tell Michael Jamie has right anchor if your mic's on.
Jamie has right
What is
anchor
this for? IP?
IFB. She'll have right anchor IFB when she plugs in. That pizza looks amazing.
I don't know which is which.
Is that Salvatore's?
Oh, that's a great place.
Is that what that is?
Go there after church.
All right.
Oh, looks really good.
Oh, I can
Never
hear
been
you
there.
speak. Yeah, I could hear you.
Lived here 29 years and never been there.
I've never been there either.
Really?
Never. Welcome to another season of Blitz Game Day. I'm former Good Hope Raider Jeff Spiegel, along with former Arnold Marlin Jamie Hale.
Hey, be true to your school, right? That's what you'll see tonight at McAdory as the Yellow Jackets host the Pleasant Grove Spartans in the Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week. And Pleasant Grove underwent a season of change. Head coach Daryl LeBeau and his quarterback Caleb Freeman went off to bigger pastures at Hoover. Former Thompson assistant Darrell Fuqua takes over, with Tim Blue taking the snaps at quarterback. Blue is a baseball player Fuqua recruited in the school hallway.
And I just talked to him, got him to come out. I said, hey, it's kind of like just when you're at third base or shortstop, you just sling it across the first, just come out here and do it. Just see if you like it. He's a leader, just a natural leader. And he wants to do right. He's a pleaser. He wants to make sure everything is in order. Even when he came out here, he's been one of our biggest leaders so far on the football team. It's like a fresh start with the coaching staff, and so it was kind of like we all came in this thing together. One thing that I realized not going in is it's a lot of other things from an administrative standpoint that is a lot different than just being an assistant coach. I mean, trying to get buses ready, trying to get pregame meals ready, things of that nature. So a little different, but at the same time, game prep is game prep at the end of the day. We do it for the honor of being great leaders and servants to these young men, and so that's just what I'm trying to do here.
The expectations have not changed. The Spartans ranked 8th in the preseason for a poll.
It's a pretty strong run. Last year, the Yellow Jackets started off the season with a win over Pleasant Grove, and they went on to finish 7-4. The Jackets winning a playoff game for the first time since 2018. Here they are. Arvia Holmes says they got a little stuck on themselves after that success, but got a wake-up call in their spring game.
Summertime has been really, really difficult, and for a reason. I think we needed a little bit of a gut check. We had a really good year last year, and I think some of those guys came into that spring game thinking, oh, well, we just rinse and repeat. You know, we'll go out and have success against Clay Chalkville, and it just wasn't the case. So we worked extremely hard over the all season to make sure that, when we get another opportunity, we can truly show people what the McAdory standard is. And so just mindset, just mental toughness, physical toughness. There's something about playing for your community. There's something about playing for your teammates and the guys you play park ball with. It's just different, So I think the teams that understand that and understand that, we're not out here playing just to get scholarships and playing just for, the people in the stands. We're playing for brothers.
Yeah, they could have a big chip on their shoulder, too. The Jackets have not been ranked in the 6A poll since 2021. So the big question today, Jamie, how much of a factor will the weather have on the first Friday night of high school football?
Well, for the answer for that, we turn to the legendary James Spann live at McAdory Stadium. James, how are we looking out there?
Well, it looks pretty good. And by the way, I got to say, the best part of the fall being on Blitz game day with Jeff and Jamie. We're live at McAdory High School. Of course, this is the game of the week over on My 68. And I'll be honest with you two, for an August evening, it's pretty comfortable. We've got temperatures in the 80s now, not in the 90s. And of course, the big question is, will it rain? Let's go right to the radar. And the good news, the bulk of the really meaningful showers and thunderstorms are down to the south of here, down toward Montgomery, back over toward Eclectic, Auburn, Opelika. Having said that, we've had a few game tonight at McAdory High School, our Friday night rivals game of the week, 84 at kickoff, and again a small chance of a shower. We've got upper 70s at the half, mid 70s on the way home. Should be a fairly pleasant August evening for football in the great state of Alabama. Jeff and Jamie, back over to you.
Back with us for another Blitz Game Day season. Coming up on Blitz Game Day, Jamie chats with the Jackets quarterback.
And we'll look back at a couple of games that were played Thursday night. Defending state champs Thompson and Parker. The Warriors and Thundering Herd showing what they have it takes to repeat.
Little things, a tease to that. No, never mind. No, it's totally good. Everything's good.
Quarterback thing?
No, everything's good. I thought I teased it like 3 times, but there's no way I could have.
No.
It's totally fine. So we got to figure out that 100 yards thing. We got to figure out, because we can't count on, going live out there every day. So I don't know. We'll have to dig up some features, and we'll see what happens this week.
Yeah.
There may be some kind of cool story that you can do that with. It doesn't necessarily have to be with a team that's. It'd be cool to be talking to Brock Bradley in front of the cheerleaders.
Test 3232 3232.
Oh, the live shot's not going to work? Oh, okay, the bumps. Gotcha. Yeah.
Coach Benefield, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah, Paul Benefield, yeah. Yeah.
Stand by. 5, 4, 3, 2.
I mean, it's a marathon, and the bottom line is, you know, regardless of how the region shakes out, number one, we want to be in one of those 4 teams, and we want to be peaking, you know, in November, you know, and so the most important thing is, you know, whatever the outcome is as far as where we are in that, you know, jockeying for position, you know, is really irrelevant. The most important thing is that we're trending upward the whole season long.
For 9 straight years, Chris Yeager has put his Mountain Brook Spartans in the playoffs. In the past 5 seasons, they are 12-5 in playoff games, so mission accomplished on his part. Tonight, the Spartans open at home against Demopolis. Welcome back to Blitz Game Day, another big 6A matchup tonight in Hueytown with Clay Chalkville coming to the Gopher Hole.
Johnny Condon joins us from Golden Gopher Land at Hueytown High. Johnny, the Gophers have never beaten the Cougars.
Amy, welcome to Hueytown High School, where now I'm lucky enough to be joined by the head coach of the Golden Gophers. It's Greg Patterson. And Greg, first off, thanks so much for a few minutes of your time. Big one tonight, Clay Chalkville coming in. Obviously, let's just start with the opponent. It's a team that's on the doorstep of a championship each and every year. For them to come to your building to kick off the season, what are some things you guys are going to have to do to be successful tonight?
Typical coach speak. I mean, we got to lessen penalties and mistakes. And you know the fundamentals of football haven't changed. You have to block and tackle well, especially against an opponent like Clay. They're so talented, you know, year in and year out, but, you know, there's nothing like starting off the season with an opponent like that to find out where you're at.
You've been doing it for a long time at a very high level here at Hueytown. To start the season with an opponent like this on campus, what's been the buzz around town, the buzz around campus as you head into this big week 1 opener tonight?
Well, we just have so much respect for their program and haven't been able to beat them yet. So, you know, our kids have really prepared and, you know, they want to win that one. You know, I tell everybody all the time, it's not a rivalry until until we win in this case. So, you know, it's honestly about us more than it is them because they're not a region opponent. But like I said, we have so much respect for their program and their history, and for us to be able to compete on the field with them just to show where we're at, you know, helps promote our program. And, you know, hopefully we do things the right way and pull off a win, then maybe we can start calling it a rivalry.
We're looking forward to it. 7 o'clock tonight. We're going to have all the highlights at Blitz Game Day coming up tonight at 10:15. But for now, he's the head coach of the Hueytown Golden Gophers, Greg Patterson. I'm Johnny Kahn, and Jeff and Jamie, back to you.
By the way, Johnny is not a meteorologist. That's my mistake. I put the AMS seal on his name there. The season officially got started last night with several games, Jamie, 2 involving defending state champs.
That's right. The Thompson Warriors, defending 7A champs, were hosting Carver Montgomery. Last year, the Warriors lost their opener to Grayson, Georgia. Mark Freeman's Warriors got off to a slow start, but this was a big early break. First drive for Carver, Zion Crumpton scrambles for a big gain, but he drops the football. The Warriors' Cam Pritchett pounces on the pigskin. In the second quarter, still scoreless, Trent Seaborn airs it out for Dedrick Kimbrough, a 55-yard strike. Thompson on top, 6-0. But Carver evened the score. Crumpton hangs on to the ball this time. He goes up the middle for a touchdown, and it's a 6-6 game at the half. In the third quarter, Seaborn slings it to Trey Knight. Thompson with 3 TDs in the third. The Warriors win 37-6.
First half, offensively, we struggled a little bit. Defense, they played lights out the whole game. I couldn't thank them enough. But, you know, offensively, we're kind of a new team. We have a lot of new guys, especially at O-line, you know, a couple new running backs and some new receivers, you know, stepping up and assuming their roles. But, you know, it was our first half playing against another team after, gosh, you know, 6, 7, 8 months. So we knew we had to connect a little bit, develop that chemistry. And, you know, we had great, you know, momentum, and then mental mistakes kind of hurt us. You know, the pick was a great play there by the defense. That kind of hurt our momentum, but once we got rolling, you know, that second half, once we came out the gate, we knew we weren't stopping it. You know, I just kept my trust in the Lord. You know, I knew He was going to get us through this game, and we developed that chemistry throughout the game and finished out strong.
Let's go to Legion Field. The Stop the Violence Classic. Ramsey and defending 6A champ and #1 Parker. Big night for Dylan Reese. He hits Jacoby Quates on the bubble screen, and he runs in for the first touchdown of the season for the Herd. But Ramsey had an answer. Jaden Martin shot out of a cannon, 61 yards, and we are tied at 7. But Reese was far from done. He connects with Kentrell Davis on the slant route to put the Herd up 14-7. And then with 2 minutes to go in the half, another Reese-Davis connection. Reese throws for 321 yards and 5 touchdowns, and Parker wins 41-13. Well, every year we have coaching turnover.
Yeah, there was a change at Coosa Christian that happened just before practice started. Coosa Christian named Rush Propst interim head coach.
The third-ranked Conquerors go to Pierce County, Georgia tonight. The last time we saw Propst on the sidelines was with Pell City in 2023. The plan was to help Mark O'Brien this year, but O'Brien is on a year suspension. So Probst, 296 wins, 7 state titles at Hoover and Colquitt County, Georgia, is coaching 2A Coosa Christian, a program that in the last 3 seasons has won 27 games and been to a Super 7.
The problem this year is they did not get any move-in kids. Nobody came because, I guess, the cloud, whatever. They didn't get any move-in kids. So we're extremely dangerously thin. We really only have about 14 players that will play in a game, and they play every snap both ways, special teams, they do it all. I think Rush Probst has turned over a new leaf, and I think I'm doing this for the right reasons and love the kids. And I really don't know come December what I'm going to do. I've got a lot of things rolling around in my brain, possibly making a return to coaching somewhere or here or wherever. I have the urge to get back into coaching. I do that. I don't think I'm done. I thought I was, but I'm not. I'm just not. May never be.
Next week, the Conquerors host Pell City, the team Rush coached in 2023. Well, I'm intrigued with what happens at Pelham tonight when the Panthers host Pell City. Ross Newton makes his coaching debut for the Panthers' first head coaching job. Ross is the son of former Homewood coach Bob Newton, who won 5 state titles for the Patriots. Ross has worked on the Thompson coaching staff and also has experience in the Stanford, Auburn, and UCF programs. And throughout this season, keep an eye on the head coach career victory totals.
And that's currently being led by Clay Central coach Danny Horn with 363 career wins. But close behind is Fife legend Paul Benefield, who has 360 career victories, the last one coming in the 3A quarterfinals over Gordo. Horn shows no signs of slowing down and giving up that record. He starts his 37th season as a head coach tonight when the Volunteers host Hanley.
I'm still in good health for the most part, and you know, I still enjoy getting up and coming to work because I don't really consider this work. I've always considered this basically a hobby that I get paid to do. So you know, you can't get much better than that. It'll happen one day, and I mean, obviously it's probably going to be sooner than later. It's been a great adventure.
Well, still to come on the Blitz game day, I sit down with the quarterback of the Yellow Jackets, Justin Patton.
And we'll hear from Keith Pritchard, the director of the McAdory Band of Gold. They'll be co-stars at the Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week.
Do I need to go over there?
Yeah.
Is it bad I'm wearing? Should I tuck out my shirt or tuck it in?
I don't know.
You think out's fine? You should. Are we good on time?
You look great, Jamie. How much under? Okay.
The McAdory cheerleading squad did very well at a recent competition at the University of Alabama. A gold ribbon for dance and vows. They also finished in 3rd place for cheer, 4th for sideline, and 5th for dance and band chant. Good luck tonight, girls. Welcome back to the Blitz Game Day. The deciding factor in tonight's game between McAdory and Pleasant Grove could be at quarterback, where the Yellow Jackets have the edge in experience. Tonight, we go 100 yards with Justin Patton.
You know, all the hours you put in the summer in practice, but it's nothing like the game when you actually get in the game.
You played on the Friday Night Lights before, but Friday night, everyone can tune in and watch you play. How do you take that pressure, keep your guys level-headed heading out there?
You know, I definitely think it can be a lot of pressure, but I feel like you just gotta trust all the work that you put in from the spring all the way to now. And, you know, trust that the work is gonna come true Friday night, that it's really gonna show of what everything you put in.
How do you get ready in the off season? Like, I'm sure you weren't just laying around summertime.
Yeah, school practice, training, or school practice and training almost every day.
Talk about your skill set as a quarterback.
I feel like I definitely have a very variety of skills. If I need to go out and score 60 points, you know, run the ball a lot, throw the ball a lot, I can. I feel like I also need to, like, you know, slow the game down or just, you know, hand the ball off a lot and just control the team. I feel like I can too.
What are you preparing for from this Pleasant Grove defense that's going to try to come after you?
I feel like you just got to prepare for it all because, you know, they got a whole new coaching staff, you know, a lot of key players left, so you just never really know what you're going to see, you know, see what they come out first drive.
Your coach said, you know, the most successful teams are really close and have a good bond. Talk about your bond you have with your teammates.
This team right here, I feel like we got a really tight bond. Outside of school, in school, you know, if you see one of us, you're seeing 5 more of us. I'm very confident in our guys. You know, we improved a lot since the spring game, getting bigger, stronger, faster, connecting more as a team. So I feel very confident in us this year.
Now, that's a big job being the field general of a football team. How about being a band director on the first Friday of the season?
Yeah, that's Keith Pritchard's job at McAdory, a big job. I had a chat with Keith and the drum major, Hayden Pilkington, from McAdory's 100-member Band of Gold. Does a band director get first game jitters?
Not really anymore. This is year 28 for me, Jeff. So I've done a number of first games. So, you know, there's always stuff that you think about, make sure that you've crossed all your T's and dotted the I's. Repetition, muscle memory. I mean, we practice every day. We're outside 2 to 3 days a week working on these movements. You know, you have to get the music in order, and then you also have to get the drill situated, which is all the movement that happens. So it takes a little bit of time. This year we're doing Motown Magic, so we're playing some old classics. My Girl, of course, everybody knows My Girl. Jackson 5 with I Want You Back. Keep You Hanging On. So it's tunes, you might not know the name of the song, but when you hear it, you're definitely going to remember it.
When he told all of us at the end of last year, it made me really excited because, you know, I get to direct the music. I was like, man, some of these songs I heard when I was really young, and hearing the band play them just brings me back to hearing them.
To Keith and Hayden for their time this morning. Pretty busy Friday for them, and they made time for me, and I appreciate it. Coming up on Blitz Game Day, we'll set the schedule for tonight's football viewing.
And the last word from the Spartans and the Yellow Jackets. Stay with us.
Live, streaming, and on the ABC 3340 app. This is ABC 3340 News at 5.
No.
Check, mic check, there we go. Mic check, 1, 2, 3. Mic check, 1, 2, 3. Mic check, mic check.
Live, streaming, and on the ABC 3340 app. This is ABC 3340 News at 5.
I'm super proud of, that we have been given the opportunity to do this. We do not take it lightly, so our kids are really excited about it and hope everything goes well.
I'm just building, brick by brick. This week our word is build. So, I'm sure it's going to be along the lines of just building this new era and building this foundation going forward to start the season.
At the end of the day, it's all about winning. The joy is in the winning. These kids have a lot of fun when we win, so we want to just make sure that we're doing everything we could possibly do to give them a chance to win.
I've been knowing Coach Holmes for a while, and he does a really, really good job of just motivating players, great systems in place over there, and we got our hands full on Friday. We got to come ready to play.
Yeah, the coach speak is over. McAdory and Pleasant Grove players take over the talking on the field tonight at 7. But what's a Friday night without the band and without the cheerleaders? And it's just going to be a festive atmosphere tonight at McAdory Stadium. I'm ready to play. Are you ready to play?
I'm ready to hit one, but for legal purposes, I guess I'm just going to read this little promo first. Good football tonight. McAdory and Pleasant Grove on My 68. Kickoff is at 7 o'clock. Then at 10:15, the Friday Night Blitz on ABC 3340. Jeff will have highlights from more than a dozen games all over the state. I'm going to be at the John Carroll Homewood game tonight. I'm hoping you'll be eating some Chick-fil-A, getting those highlights ready.
That's what I do. You know my routine. You nailed it. You'll also be getting video of the Homewood Band, the incredible Homewood Patriot Marching Band tonight. We'll have Pell City Pelham. We'll also have Hoover taking on IMG Academy tonight. Highlights of that one. Oak Mountain and Briarwood as well. A lot of highlights from all over. And, of course, the game of the week highlights of that one as well. The Spartans and the Yellow Jackets as high school football season is here in Central Alabama. All right, that'll do it for a Blitz Game Day. Appreciate you joining us every week from here on out throughout the football season. For Jamie Hale and Johnny Condon, I am Jeff Spiegel. Stay tuned for the news at 5 with Muriel Bailey. Have a good night.
Live, streaming, and on the ABC 3340 app. This is ABC 3340 News at 5.
Campaign under fire. A Lipscomb mayoral hopeful targeted with a warrant. He says he won't back down. And Stallions is staying put. UFL leaders confirm another season in Birmingham, what it means for fans and local businesses. Plus, football is back. Stands will be packed at high schools across Alabama tonight, and we're getting you ready for kickoff. And up first at 5, a huge night across Central Alabama. High school football is back, but so are some showers and storms as well. Alabama's chief meteorologist James Spann is live at McAdory High School for week 1 of Friday Night Rivals. And